Bet Santi, this is Take On.
When I'm in my feelings, all I feel is rage, blowing out smoke, thinking that it's stage. Lost too much brothers living through the gang. If I lose another break,
Yo, welcome back, y'all, to another episode of Building Blocks. This is episode.
We don't know. Don't
Yeah,
even
we
know.
don't know.
Yeah, don't
But
even.
I'm your host, Shot by Lonely.
Yes,
Got
sir.
my co-host Gio,
Yes, sir.
and we got two very special guests with us today. We got Swifty, and we got my boy
JaayV.
bro.
Already.
Yes,
I ain't gonna lie. I like let him do the intros and shit because, like I said, he was the one who wasn't used to being in front of the camera and shit. So you could still kind of tell, like, I mean, he getting used to it and shit. So
word.
yeah.
Nah, yeah, the
Practice
intro
makes
is
perfect.
crazy.
Yeah, practice
too,
makes
'cause
perfect.
I don't know, bro. I feel like I be having my hit or miss moments.
Yeah. Sometimes you be going crazy. I be like, oh
Yeah.
shit, I ain't gonna lie. He just went stupid on the intro,
No,
and then
nah,
other times he be like,
Hey, so
hey, you feel me? You feel me? Nigga be studying and shit. But nah, yeah, for sure, ski for sure. What's good, y'all? How y'all doing, bro? How y'all both feeling?
Chilling, man. Smack.
Yeah, you know.
Yo, nigga JV just mad
Same
cool.
shit, different
Nice,
day,
bro.
you know?
Same shit, different day and shit. Nah, for sure. Now we appreciate y'all both for coming through. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it for the
Like,
invitation.
long
brother.
overdue.
Long overdue for sure. Plenty of more in the stash. You know what I'm saying? We gonna go crazy. This is not the this is the first time, but it's not the last. You feel me?
For sure.
Nah, but yeah, you know, already know we've been tapped in for a minute and all of that. But for our audience and shit like that, for people listening, like we'll probably start with Swifty. Like let everybody know who you are. You feel me? Like what you into and what's going
Where
on.
you
And who's
from?
Swifty?
SwiftyStayPaid shit, man. That's the OG and me.
Talking a
Talking a little
more
bit in the
to
mic.
For
Yeah.
me, SwiftyStayPaid shit, man. For me, born and raised Brooklyn, but we living in Queens, so you already know QTO, Queens get the money and all
Yes,
that
sir.
shit.
Yes,
man.
sir.
Gotta come correct, come strong, man. What we doing right now is working. Son right here, JV, man. It's right here, the constructor, bro.
Constructor, he the one that get everything
He the
done.
one
You
that
feel
push
me?
it.
And with the
Together,
plan
man.
type shit.
Man,
Nice.
piece everything together for sure.
Put
What
shit
about-
together with no beat, no none. Like I want y'all niggas on this, y'all niggas on that. Banger.
For sure. Now JV, so like, feel me? A little introduction.
I'm JV. I'm from Queens,
Mhm.
born and raised my whole life. I'm a manager, also A&R.
Mm-hmm.
I manage. He's one of the artists I manage. I also manage a few others.
Got a huge roster.
Nah,
Yeah,
facts.
we got our
Hell
own
yeah.
little
Talented ass niggas.
clique group going on. QTO, a movement. It's
Mhm.
more like a movement, not really something that defines us in particular. I feel like anybody, if you're from Queens, you're an artist or a content creator,
You can hop on the movement.
doing your thing, you could jack that. It's
Mhm,
a movement.
I mean, it's a Queens takeover, man.
Facts.
Yeah, I feel like we have a lot of talent in Queens, but it gets overlooked a lot. You got the Bronx doing their thing, you got Brooklyn doing their thing, but I feel like we right there in the conversation, but
We never get the feel
yeah,
me?
we never get the
recognition and
attention.
shit.
I feel like
Yeah, at all.
Queens is such a different place and environment. It's very big too.
Mhm.
So
Facts.
there's a lot of other factors that come with it where I feel like the Bronx and Brooklyn don't got to deal with.
There's a bunch of like different cultures and shit. There's a bunch of different like people. It's crazy because you could really grow up on one side of Queens and your whole your life is way different from the nigga who grew up on the whole other side of Queens. You feel me? Like me and
that's what I'm
Dan,
saying.
like
Queens is so big that there's so many different.
it's so much different shit. You feel me?
Like
Like
genres, nigga. There's so much different shit going around in Queens.
that's
It's
what I'm
like,
saying.
facts.
And that's what just even with the people alone. And then when you get to the creative side and the music side, feel me? Then it's even more like there's a mixture of everything. That's why I really fuck with Queens. I kind of want Queens to go in that direction. You know what I'm saying? Like in the sense of I was gonna ask you about this. Like I kind of want Queens not to be. You know how every borough kind of known for a sound. I kind of want Queens to be like that spot where it's like it's just mad diverse. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like there's no specific Queens sound, but it's more like you could tell they from Queens because they just doing their own shit. You know what I mean? Like everybody in Queens doing their own shit, but they come together as a collective, like representing Queens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
I be telling you that too, bro. Like I think Queens is that everybody talks about Queens like they're always like the underdog type.
Yeah,
shit, you know what I mean?
I
Like,
think
the
we
Bronx-
definitely feel that. Yeah.
Yeah, I fuck with Queens because it's so, like you said, it's so diverse, bro. We got people doing the R&B shit. We got
Mm-hmm.
people doing some alternative shit. We got rap shit. It's just Queens is up, bro. It's-
Yeah, I'm jacking
gotta
Queens.
stop
You know
sleeping on
that.
Queens.
So
I
I'm
just feel
saying,
it's so
like, look,
big.
I say I'm, you know, coming from Brooklyn and all that shit, but I done been in Queens long enough to heavily jack that shit.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like from like high school years and so on.
That's where you been at.
my whole
Mhm,
perspective and shit. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So Queens is that's why we jacking that Queen shit heavy, bro, and trying to just get niggas on that time and that. Like same with shit with what you said with the diversity, bro. Niggas don't just be like, oh Queens, you think of that nigga. Or Brooklyn, like nowadays, still rest in peace Pop, man. What you think? You hear Brooklyn, you got Pop. Feel me?
And that type of sound and that type of wave and shit. You feel me? What I'm saying? Like,
Just
Yeah.
QTO, bro. Our members, bro, is so much different sounds. Like niggas don't even know the type of shit that we got in the studio. Like it's not just you hear me and you think I'm on some rah rah type shit. You know what I mean?
niggas can switch it up.
Every single
too,
person
like,
got two different types of
We're
songs.
we're heavy on the drill wave, like the drill wave right now. But I don't even want niggas to label us as no
Drill artists.
Like, there's a whole plan behind everything we're doing marketing wise, and like drill got the wave right now.
So y'all pushing that sound right now.
Yeah, but we're doing our own thing with it at the same time. When like we're not even dissing, we're not even on that type of time. We could get on that. We could get on that timing, but you know, we're trying to be different in a way. We're trying to bring like a different feel to it, more of an entertainment type of side
instead of like
you know?
a whole like, you know, because a lot of niggas use the dissing shit as a marketing tool. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, not for sure. I think it's better.
Get you far, like get you to a certain point, but like look at a lot of niggas that's dissing. Like,
It's
for the storyline as well too.
It's for like the stories and shit, but like to be honest, in my opinion, in the long run, I don't think it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? Because then like you'll get your buzz and shit like that for sure, but then it's kind of like at what cost? You know what I mean?
And not only that, like let's say boom, you stay on only that drilling and dissing shit, and then you try to come out with something different. They're gonna be like,
they're not gonna jack you on that.
Like I'm only so used to you doing this.
They're like, we don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, like people might think it's whack, but deep down, niggas who haven't heard you will think it's fire. If your fan base is just mainly on some drill shit, niggas not gonna want to hear that versatility from you. That's why we try to like do so much different shit, and like without name dropping and shit like that. Like most of my shits, man, if it ain't my story, it's some shit that I don't really seen. So it's like if you know type of shit. You know what I mean? Like I don't never gotta put a name on my shit, cause that's the kind of stories I'm trying to make. Where it's like niggas don't automatically hear that shit like, oh, he talking about that. You know, like I'm at an age where I'm just trying to be nonchalant and just get this music shit done, just speak what I know. You feel me? So even on some like drill shit, it's just shit that I don't see. That you done seen,
shit, been through and shit like that. Yeah, that's my favorite type of music. That's the type of music I make, like the shit that I've been through or felt or whatever, because I feel like that's the best. Like, if you're talking from experience, then you could really, like, you know, go crazy and shit like that.
You're not even thinking. You just flowing.
You just flowing. Like, it's coming straight off, like, you know what I'm saying? From your experience, like you said. Because, you know, there's a lot of niggas out here who... That's another thing, too. Like, if we're talking about the diss and shit and all that, a lot of people spark up beefs and things just for that reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, just for... to, you know what I mean? Just for the marketing or whatever. But it's like it's like how you said, like, if we took it in a more entertainment route, it would be a more positive thing. You know what I mean? Like the music don't got to be so negative.
You just having fun with it.
Just having fun. You know what I'm saying?
Like, not saying that you can't talk about what you did. Like, say whatever, but put it in a sense where niggas is indicting themselves. Really.
Nah,
you know what I mean?
You could mention something like another thing too with the whole dissing situation. I find it corny dissing on someone or bringing up people that you don't even know.
Yeah, a lot of people do that.
Bring up Des that you ain't do nothing to, never met, never seen. Actually, I find that corny. And then also, like, I feel like if you're gonna diss, it's okay. Like, if you're gonna just make one track and you're gonna diss, like, I do that. But then don't just keep dissing every single song you make.
Right.
People making it like a trend now where, like, every single song they drop,
that's all they do.
They dissing the same people, bringing up the same names. It's like you're being mad repetitive.
And it's not even like the song loses quality in a sense because they won't be speaking on anything else. They kind of just saying, like you said, they're mad repetitive. They're dissing on the same people. You know what I mean? Different beat, same thing. You know what I mean? So, I could definitely appreciate the wave y'all been going. And being from Queens, I could also appreciate the wave y'all going for. You know what I'm saying? And even the shit you touched on with the drill, like, say if you just stick to drill, try to switch it up, your audience not gonna jack that. I feel like the drill audience themselves aren't too like they don't like listening to, they don't like branching out. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to the drill audience, you know what I mean? They just like listening to like that type of music. Yeah. So you kind of want to broaden your audience in that sense.
I feel like honestly,
some nigga texted you, right? Some nigga texted him on the DM talking about, yo, y'all music going crazy, but when y'all gonna start dissing somebody, I wanna hear somebody a name drop.
It's crazy because like,
why you wanna hear that? Like,
I honestly feel like if we was to diss, we'll be in a way different position.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, it's gonna spark up way more.
Way. Yeah, negative. It comes with its negatives, but I feel like
as far as numbers and attention, for sure,
definitely been up because like we go through our own little situations in the streets, but it's like we go about it different. We have different morals. I feel like when it comes to like all of that, a lot of the dissing right now is also niggas that are younger.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, a lot younger nowadays.
We're a little older,
We
so
was
we
just
go
talking about that the
about.
other day too.
We go
You
about it
find out a lot of
differently.
niggas is 16, 17 going crazy.
That
about
shit is crazy.
Like
Yeah.
But it's like at that point, it's like I say, you know what I mean? I wash my hands with that shit. Like let them niggas do that.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because a lot of niggas can make a song, but they can't make a track.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I agree.
Like anybody could do that shit. For me, I can name drop mad shit just from growing up in the hood.
Yeah.
But for me, a lot of shit is not gonna be me, cause me, I was a trapper, bro. For me, I don't have to get in situations, but me, nigga, if niggas know me for real, nigga, I was trapping years, nigga, going cool, bro. So it's like any situation I done been in, bro, was on some trap shit, not on some like repping flags. And I'm neutral, nigga. I don't bang nothing, nigga. Feel me? I'm heavy on the get money shit.
Yeah, that's another thing.
I'm that beef shit, bro.
That's why I'm glad. Like, I feel like Queens, like we keep our like identities. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we don't try to fit in.
We don't try to be somebody like,
somebody
feel me? Because it's like you said, I don't bang. I've never been that type of nigga. You could tell I'm not that type of nigga. I don't try to be that type of nigga. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm just a regular New York nigga. I like making music. I do what I do. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with who I fuck with. But people like force it. You know what I mean? They force that image.
In reality, I'm a street nigga, bro. I'm not a gang banger.
Yeah, you
bro.
feel me?
None of that, bro.
And there's a difference.
You feel me? There's a
Big difference.
in that. That niggas don't understand, bro. Like niggas think if you a street nigga, you banging. You don't gotta be banging, bro. You feel me?
Know your way around this shit, bro.
Yeah, I know how to get money in my hood. If I'm ever DB, bro, down bad, bro, I'm gonna get my shit, bro. Feel me? And that's on like real trapping shit, bro. I mean, niggas know how to do a little, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's some shit that, you know, TP with it.
For sure,
you know?
TP. I ain't tell you?
Yeah.
TP. I said
Yo, this
TP to the
said
nigga
that
the other
shit. I
day.
was like, what the fuck
He like,
is
what the
that,
fuck?
nigga?
I guess they don't, I don't know. I guess
There's
they don't
two
say that
ways-
where he
there's two
from.
ways you can
It's
say that
a
shit.
couple, it's a low key, a couple ways you can say that shit,
Yeah,
but
there's two ways I really jack. I think of it like talk privately or think positive. Like if you in your feelings and shit like that about some money,
See what I'm
or some shit,
saying?
bro, TP, bro.
TP, like,
TP,
you know,
bro.
TP is one of those things you don't really got to explain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
you
just
say
all-
it
all
and you
depends on
just
the
you
situation.
just
I feel
know,
like
like,
even if you don't know what it means,
you could kind of like put it together. Yeah.
Nah, I was slow with that shit.
Cause I said it, I said
T.
I was like, yo, TP, and then nigga was like, what? I'm like, nah, nigga looking at me like I'm crazy. I said, nigga, what?
Nah, I
Like,
genuinely ain't.
I guess they ain't, I guess they don't say it from where he from. But I was telling that nigga. That was literally
Why
like
you say it
yesterday.
like that?
I'm just saying, gang. I'm not like, feel me,
He's
like,
out the loop and
nah, I'm
shit.
saying he got all that because he was asking me and shit. I thought he was fucking with me for real, but yeah, I guess I don't know. I that's another thing. It's crazy because we was talking about the different boroughs. Like, it's crazy how a lot of niggas are so boxed in. Like, a lot of people from, like, even me growing up, I ain't leave Queens a lot. Like, growing up, I barely left Queens. But there's like a whole nother, like, it's like a whole nother world, bro. The whole every borough's different. You feel me? It got its own like
got its own
perks,
sauce,
cons.
own
You know what I'm saying?
flavors and shit,
Different people, different sauce, whatever. Like, so it's kind of crazy because a lot of niggas are kind of boxed in. You know, like, and it's sad. I think we talked about this on one of our earlier episodes, or even the one with Kevin shit. Like, they don't think, a lot of niggas don't think like outwards. You know what I'm saying? They think small. You know what I mean? Like, they don't think like, yo, we could go up.
They had type shit. They think
that's it.
That could get.
You know what I mean? Like, they just box into the environment. You know what I mean? So, like, when I started doing it, when we started doing this podcast and shit, and I started meeting y'all and all of that, it's good. I like being around that energy because you could tell y'all don't have that mindset. You know, y'all have the like, yo, we could take this shit where we could take it. You know what I mean? There's no limit to where we could take it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like with me, I grew up. I'm also grateful. Like, I grew up in Queens all my life, but I'm from two different neighborhoods. I grew up half my life from I was, a little kid to probably like 7th grade in Corona. That's already a whole different type of world.
I got mad cousins out there. Word, there's mad Spanish people out there.
I ended up moving out.
Hickville, no cap.
I ended up moving out where I am now, New Haven, Jamaica, and I feel like that's a whole nother,
a whole nother environment.
Experience also in my life too. Like, I was heading into high school, whatever the case is. So I feel like I met a lot of people within the borough, because I feel like a lot of people, they grew up in one neighborhood, and they end up, basically being from Queens, repping Queens, but don't know
anything else.
Really,
they don't even know.
Queens,
that's what I'm saying. They don't even know Queens. Like, they only know their neighborhood, the people from their neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And I was saying this one time. I was like, what does the average nigga do? The average nigga just, feel me, go get his money, come home, chill with the guys, repeat. Like, they don't do much. You know what I'm saying? Like, the average nigga. So they don't leave. They don't go nowhere. So it's like, it's crazy. Like, it's sad. It's kind of sad because a lot of people, like, it's not even it's not even their fault in a sense. They just haven't seen outside of it, so they don't think outside of it.
It's hard to just like process that.
You know what I'm saying? Or break that programming in a way. You know what I mean? So, but that's why I said like it's good to have those type of people around you in your circle, like, because then you might have that mindset, but if you have that mindset in an environment where that mindset is not normal, they start looking at you a little crazy, like, oh, who is this nigga? Like, what is he talking about? You know what I'm saying?
We was just talking about that, Swifty and Jay, when we was in the other room. Niggas was talking about like working and shit, bro, and just how, like, bro, people be looking at you crazy when you start breaking out of the
normal
routine. Like
that's what I'm saying. And then you have those people around you who understand it, who get it, and they on the same type of timing. It could put y'all both in, like, it puts a battery in y'all back. You know what I'm saying? So y'all having y'all little group and shit, and then it's all y'all, and all y'all trying to like do the same thing, get the same job done, putting in the same type of pain and all of that. That's great. Like that shit pushes everybody to keep going and keep being great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we just trying to emphasize that in general, not even just Queens, but just I feel like New York in general. I feel like a lot of people are scared to reach out to next man. If you see somebody being successful, doing their thing, or whatever the case is, they feel like if they reach out or just give them, you know, their flowers, that is dick riding or whatever the case is.
That's a New York thing, bro.
I'm trying to really
like
break
me,
that.
I'm a genuine nigga, bro. If I fuck with your shit, I fuck with your shit.
Did I tell you? Yeah.
I leave a comment. It ain't nothing, bro. Like even if I don't know the nigga, bro, like niggas is always on some weird shit. Niggas be quick to call this shit dick riding.
Yeah, bro.
And that's why New York is the way it is. That niggas is so used to hearing that, oh, you a dick rider, that even niggas that would want to show the support,
they not going to because they don't want to be seen as a dick rider.
Exactly. Put in that category of dick riding.
See, I never cared though.
I ain't give a fuck, because at the end of the day, niggas don't want to shoot it. But like regardless, bro, like there's mad niggas that like me, I don't give a fuck who you are. If I fuck with your music, I fuck with your music.
That's a fact.
You feel me?
I'm on the same type of time, bro. I'll be telling
People be
niggas
scared
that all
too.
the time.
I got mad different like respect. Like I said, I'm neutral. I got mad different like different members, bro, from different sets and shit like that. Hit me up for features and shit like that. But I play my shit accordingly, just cause I ain't trying to get my ass and mix with they bullshit.
And no politics
so
and shit.
I keep my shit, you know, cordial and shit, just to see like which one I feel like, you know, take
Makes
shit,
the most sense.
And we'll take shit serious as just on some music shit.
Yeah, on some
like
business
if I
shit.
make a song with this nigga, you're not gonna be a meat muncher and get mad that I made a song with this nigga. Cause I don't bang. I'm not in the middle. None of that shit. I do my shit for music.
That's another thing why, like,
feel me? That's why I don't do a lot of features with people.
Yeah, like you see our like all of our songs that we drop or whatever the case is, it's with each other.
Kind of be just
really,
internal.
We haven't really started doing a lot of features with other people. Like there's we have a lot of songs in the stash where we've done it with different people. We have working in the works with other people from Queens, but it's like you gotta be very careful when it comes to dropping.
That's why that shit sucks,
people.
bro.
It sucks
because it's like
you gotta
obviously
seems like an unnecessary.
You gotta make a decision. Obviously, you know what I'm saying, for the better of your brand and all of that. But it's like it sucks that it has to be that way. You know what I mean? Like, why can't you just do it for the art? You know what I mean?
I do understand it on the fact, like, if it's on some, like, real, like, they both talking about each other's death.
Well, yeah,
like
that's different. Like,
that's where I won't even get myself mixed in, because if I was one of them niggas, I would be tight up my man's.
Not
like,
for
damn,
sure. Like,
making a song with a nigga that smoke it, or talking about, this, that, and the third. Feel me? But if it's some shit like niggas is just
making
music,
music,
no type of connection to that
they
shit.
one set, but they sets don't fuck with each other, but they not talking. I don't give a fuck. I'll make a song with both, because at the end of the day, they not worried about each other.
I have people.
But if y'all really on some back and forth shit, I'm not doing a song.
Yeah, no. Don't even put yourself in that type of like situation.
Yeah. I have people that I've grown up with where, unfortunately, you know, they cool with, you know, people that I probably might not be cool with, or like my man's probably not be cool with, and they over here dissing or whatever the case is. Like, yeah, we grew up together, we still cool, whatever the case is, and they'll reach out trying to work or do a verse or whatever the case is, and unfortunately it comes down to like, damn, like, I can't even do a song with you now because of the people you're around with, whatever. Like, yeah, you might be a cool person, you for yourself, but at the end of the day, like, I have people where, like, you know, the relationship might be deeper, and then you're over here riding around with people that are distant, you know, somebody that might be close to me, you know, like. So
you kind of start looking crazy and
makes you make a decision that
you start like fucking up your image now, where like the people that, you know, might be closer to you now looking at you like
why are you moving like that?
That's why let's just avoid all that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, might as well just avoid it. Like, I feel like if it ever comes down to us, you know, working with other people, I feel like if we end up working with someone that, you know, is Jack's this or whatever the case is, we're already going into it like,
Knowing.
can't even make a song with the ops. Like, even if the opportunity presents itself, most likely, you know, dub it. Just
keep rather be safe than sorry type shit.
Yeah. Keep the peace and shit.
You gotta make
unnecessary problems.
Only other way I think of it is if you show me a track that's a real track, nigga, that's showing me some different shit. If you come on some different type of timing from some
like you're not even talking about dissing, no beef shit. Yeah. It's just a song, like in itself. Like
I feel like your character comes into play a lot too. The type of person you are individually.
Definitely, for sure.
If you a person that you know really stays in your own lane, then it's like it could work. But if you just a rowdy nigga just like the rest, and you over here this and that and all of that, then
it's not. Yeah, it's not. To be honest, bro, it's not worth it. Like you really. Really rather just keep it internal like you've been doing. You know what I'm saying? Keep it. Because then y'all building your brand at the same time anyway. Like, you know what I mean? And it's not like... It's like... It have to be a big situation, a rare situation where you really benefited a lot from doing a feature with that person. You know what I'm saying? Like, for you to risk your brand or your image with certain other people or certain other artists.
At the end of the day, it's about the business.
It's about the business. So
like,
I'm saying,
if I don't see nothing coming from that song, why I'm gonna do it?
Yeah, there's no point.
I mean? Like if I'm not seeing like, boom, your followers go fuck with my shit and this, that, and the third. But if it's pointless, like you saying, bro, if it gotta be business associated, bro.
You gotta make sense.
If it's just doing a track and we not going away, and that shit just like bringing bullshit to my.
We're not just gonna lock in the studio do a track for fun.
Like, I think that's what separates,
especially if it's gonna bring.
And that's another thing. I only go to one studio. It's flipped. If you gonna send me a song, you better send me the stems and everything because I don't like that.
Right, shout out to La Sala Studios.
Yeah,
shout out to my son CM. La Sala Studios. That's the place to be.
Shout out to him. I was
La Sala
there.
Studios.
La Salas?
Yeah, La Sala, the living room.
Like the living room.
Because he was saying, nigga, that to me like places are forever, but you know people leave. So he wants to keep that name around nigga, for however long, nigga. The living room, nigga. The
living room, I fuck with that.
When you're there, you feel like you
just chilling, like
you really get that home
That's
feeling.
home base right there.
Yeah. I was fucking with it. Yeah, I pulled up there one time. I was there with y'all.
Same, bro.
That's what you was
there. That shit right there. That's the only studio that really make you feel like home right now.
Like you was really chilling. I was really chilling. Like Kev was in there recording and shit, and I was watching the game. I forgot what game was playing, but I was there watching the game. Like
genuine vibes.
It was basketball game. Chilling. We was chopping it up and shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's one nigga whose pre-mix sounds like most niggas full
masters and shit. Yeah, for sure.
Speaking about all of that, how did this like all start, bro?
Yeah, that was my next question.
Yeah. Really wanna like.
He came a little bit after.
Let's before you get into where like y'all got together, like Swifty, where did music start for you?
Shout out my son SJ, like true boy shit. My son. Fucking, I started making music with him. Like in high school, that's the only nigga from my high school that I still fuck with, still chill with, all that other shit.
How old are you, by the way, if you don't mind me asking?
I just turned 21.
Oh shit!
See, I told you we all some young niggas.
Yeah. So, fucking, that's the only nigga I chill with from high school. So that nigga, we used to record in his basement, in his mom's crib, shit like that. And just started from there, but my son was an engineer, so he already knew what's up.
So he was recording you, mixing your shit,
He was really raised on music, like since a baby.
Like that. My son could play drums, piano.
Oh, so he been on that shit.
He's musically inclined.
He's a musician.
Like before we
see, that's how Arcadius is.
Everybody, you know, you grow up like having like basketball dreams.
Yeah. Everybody always hoop dreams and shit.
We was, you know, playing sports. He was always on
music.
My son been on music.
That's fire.
So it was like we started rapping like shit like that. And then I introduced him to my other son, Rondo, nigga. We got around my son, True Boys. I don't know if you ever heard of that studio, True Boy Records.
Maybe. I know a lot of...
Queen, Brooklyn, right there, Bushwick. And fucking brought him around there. My son ended up becoming an engineer in the studio.
For hire and shit. Like he was working there.
Started working, started tuning in with my son, J Bars and shit like that. And everything started like that. But then started just making music there, this, that, and the third. And I knew this nigga for mad long already. Like,
yeah, before the music.
Before the music. Yeah, hoop dreams.
Those are the best relationships, bro. No funny shit.
Yeah, like ninth grade.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I knew him for mad long, and then
I went to the same school too.
Nah. Our schools wasn't far from each other, but we went to BGC. So we was boys and girls.
Okay.
So that's how I knew something.
I used to be in the basketball team.
We used to ball up and shit.
You know, teen center.
Yeah, you told me you used to be hooping and shit.
My son, nice, bro. My son lefty.
You told me.
But fucking, we started from there and shit like that, and then I stopped with my music for a little bit. Like I was just making it, and then I had a nice little run. Like I did the Talk of the Town freestyle, shit like that. I won the first one.
That shit too,
respectfully. Y'all played me out the second one.
Word,
but
I ain't gonna lie.
Because I wasn't even top 3. I should have been top 1 twice. That's how dirt niggas was. Respectfully. Because
talk your shit.
Niggas was wildin'. They said name 3 artists you fuck with. I named like 7 and flew over their heads. But from there, nigga, he hit me up talking about, oh yo, he sent me, I think it was a beat or so. And what was that? That was OTS, right?
Nah. I don't think so. Because we locked in for like a good month.
A minute before that.
But he wasn't trying to rush nothing. You know? Yeah, so like, when it comes, it comes. And then it was OTS is already out on YouTube.
Yeah, it's going crazy right now.
I had sent that beat to him and a few of the other guys. And I'm not gonna lie, they were sleeping on it. Yeah. Like a good month. Yeah. And then I think one day we just went to the studio, we played the beat and whatever. Everybody got to writing, and then niggas just made that.
You just cooked it up.
Yeah. Like it was just like I'm saying.
After that,
I know I had the beat in my phone. I just been bumping it, but it was like you gotta hear.
Sometimes it takes a second. I ain't gonna lie.
Gotta grow on you.
Yeah. Sometimes shit gotta grow on you and shit. So what year was it that you started? Like, what was your first track?
My first track. Probably like 2018, 2019. That was like some little bullshit. Like my voice changed differently. You know? Puberty hit twice. You know?
Yeah, I could tell, nigga. It shit sound like it hit you 3 times. Like, fuck, that shit did not hit me like that. Like, what the fuck?
Puberty hit twice and shit like that. So it's like at first, like I was still rapping on the shit, but I had like a little more higher voice and shit like that. So the shit I was saying with the voice,
it wasn't really meshing that way you wanted it to.
How cool, nigga. But as I got a little more older, bro. Started going through more shit, you know, shit changed.
Shit started changing.
Come with the music and shit like that. And then, fucking, I had my brother's new AR cousin, 26 AR. I got a feature with AR there. I got a feature with Siggy Black. I got a feature with Max the Demon. Shit like that. And
he was really on his music shit. Like when he first started off.
So you was taking it serious from the jump?
Yeah, and then I lost a few people, shit like that. And
shit took a toll on you.
Yeah, took a step back, this, that, and the third, and I was just chilling with it. And then when I ran into this niggas, this, that, and the third, he started getting me back into my shit. He started tuning me in with Kev, YG, Zay, PM, and for me, I already knew my son CM from La Sala, but now he was in a new spot, never been there. It was my first time there, so it was a whole different setup. After that, nigga, now we got fucking like over 100 something songs in the notes.
I was gonna ask y'all too. Y'all seem like the type of group that got like just mad shit.
We started off. We lived in the. We still do live in the studio. Like we be in the studio every week.
That's tough. Mind you, there's so much of us. So each one of us will book 2-3 hours.
Yeah,
and we'll have that.
And then have that whole session. Yeah, all just in there.
Book it out by the day. Like, if we go into the studio Thursday, we probably gonna be there from
Thursday to a little bit Friday. Yeah,
like 4 days in a row.
Yeah. Nah, that's fire. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, you could really lock in with some shit.
You
like
could
that.
do that's crazy, what it's bro. Crazy. Like that's super tough. Sometimes you need to change the scenery and change the like environment and shit. Cause you know how you said you was out of it for a little personal stuff hit, and then like feel me, y'all linked up, and then you linked up with all the guys, and then the new studio and shit, and then that kind of puts a new battery in your back, and then you feel me, you go crazy again. But I'm glad y'all met though. You feel me? Like it seemed I'm a firm believer of like everything happens for a reason. Feel me? Like everything was supposed to happen how it happened. So y'all niggas led where y'all are now, and you know what I'm saying? Y'all all tapped in. Cause now y'all could like y'all could take Queens. Like I want to see Queens win. You feel me? Like obviously I want to be a part of it, but I no matter what, I want to see Queens win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just get the respect.
Get the respect it deserves and shit. Like it's just so like, and then like I said, it's like it feels more authentic. Cause I don't. From a lot of the niggas I tapped in, like they making music and shit, and they not forcing it. They're not forcing something they're not forcing the sound y'all got it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all doing y'all thing. There's artists like me, Dan, you know what I'm saying, Rafe. Like we just doing our own thing, you know what I mean? We're not forcing nothing.
And that's another thing, bro. There's just so much different. It sounds like we got our QTO shit, but there's so much other niggas that like we fuck with heavy that is just all from Queens.
Different and it's different sounds, you know what I'm saying? All talented.
I know a lot.
You yourself, bro, with that aim below the neck shit.
Appreciate you.
That shit is so much different sounds from Queens that like you saying, niggas can't categorize us.
Exactly. Like that's cause that's the conversation we was having, JV.
And niggas staying like this, bro, is gonna be the best way.
Yo, we gotta hoop sometime.
I'm with it.
I know you
too, bro.
You told me, yeah, we got a hoop.
I was trying to plan to rent out a gym like next week or something.
You told me you didn't tell me about next week, but you told me like you trying to get back in. I'm jacking it because I used to play ball. I'm pretty sure Kev is trash though. Like on God,
you talking crazy.
I'm pretty sure Trevor's trash.
Yo, you gotta edit this and send it to him.
I'll make sure that I'm. Only reason I'm saying that though.
To him myself.
I don't care. That's my son.
We was in the studio Wednesday and we was talking about this.
I really feel like Kev trash because I remember, like I said, I've known Kev since like first grade, I think. If I'm not wrong, it's definitely like since sandbox type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying, bad cuts, everything. Like bad cuts, bad fits, bad everything.
When your parents used
to niggas just threw you in the barber chair and shit. Niggas said, yo, just cut it off.
I'm probably ass right now.
I mean, it'd be like that because I ain't gonna lie.
You know, real.
Shoot. I believe you though, because
once you start,
I see you in person, bro.
This nigga, yo, I be talking my shit. That's the thing too, because I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm the best nigga alive, but I ain't gonna lie. Like I used to be dumb athletic. Like I was mad skinny. Like I was frail, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, I got no weight on me. Like I had to get up, you know what I'm saying? So I started working on my bounce and shit. So I was really jumping out the gym, I promise you. Like, come on, you had niggas vouch for me already, but he don't believe me. I told the nigga I went to a gym.
He look at you with that face.
I went to the gym though. I said, yo, pull up. Nigga ain't pull up, you feel me? So nigga ain't pull up. I told the nigga, because you know he one of them. You know the big niggas always talking about. Oh, yeah, I hurt my ACL. You know big niggas always hurt their ACL and shit.
That's crazy. You always got picked up just because of your height. Like
yeah, bro.
They abused him for rebounds. He didn't get no points,
bro. Niggas got no bucks. Nothing else but stay in the paint, bro. They was like, you don't even do nothing, just stay there, bro.
Because you know it was pog ball. They niggas never caught 3 seconds.
Yeah, niggas was in the paint for the whole game. Word of my dad.
Wasn't even running back on offense, bro. Fuck that.
Niggas said just straight defense. Nah, that's some menace shit. I ain't gonna lie. You was fuck. I had a question about basketball just now. But yeah, we gotta tap in with that. Oh yeah, but Kevin, I feel like he tried. I ain't seen him in years. I remember one time me and Kev, like, we live in the same hood, so we always run into each other. Obviously, like, yo, what's good, gang? Chop it up, whatever. And this was before the music. I remember there was a gym I used to go to, and I seen him there, and he was there with some niggas from where we was from. I'm just looking at them hoop. I'm like, nah, them niggas is garbage. Like, I ain't gonna. When it comes to basketball, bro, that's what I was gonna ask you. I talk mad shit. You feel me? Because it's the sport. Like, you know, I just like talking shit. You was one of them niggas who was talking shit.
I'm not gonna lie.
I was talking shit.
Oh my god, like niggas hate me, bro.
You know,
like
the words, I'm big, so I
hate. Those are the niggas I hate, because the niggas, the big niggas.
I know how to use my body. So I was. Like, I wasn't the fucking best. Like, I never really shot. I was always, like, in the paint, putting niggas in a pose.
You was making niggas just aggressive.
I was having y'all skinny niggas sweat.
Nigga hurting niggas whole time.
I grew up playing a lot of under the whistle, like, actual games.
Yeah.
I ain't used to talk shit.
My son had the jerseys and shit.
People used to try to talk shit on me, but I'm a smart nigga. I don't let shit get to
me. Yeah.
I wasn't the one to talk shit, but I'll do dirty. I'll do not dirty shit as in, like, hurt a player, but, like, I'll get under niggas' skin. You guarding me, I'll grab your shorts. Like, if you're in the free throw line, I'll untie.
The tap the elbows is undefeatable. Yo,
I used to go, like, tie my shoelaces. We in the free throw line, whatever. I used to untie niggas' shoelaces.
Shoes and shit.
I used to hate
niggas like this. I'd have had to duff them.
Nah, niggas was diabolical. The nigga was playing with your head. Like,
I was really trying to get in your head.
Nah, we need to get right.
I was really a fighter, bro. I used to box.
You know some gyms?
Bro, you just like me, bro. You can't be fighting like that.
I know a gym.
Don't hurt somebody,
it's
bro.
Like my hands that works. And niggas think, oh, I'm a big nigga, I'm gonna grab you. I'll flip you though. I'll put you on your neck.
Yeah, good thing we cool.
Yo, bro, this nigga, bro, we be driving, bro. This nigga has an anger issue.
Oh, I got anger problems.
No, you just like me for real. Ask this nigga.
I don't think it's as worse as him, bro.
I really got anger issues, bro. Like, I deadass went to classes for that shit. And, you know,
You gotta be with him. I be having to tell the nigga chill. I'm like, yo, bro, you don't know who's in the car, what they got.
That's true. That's true. Sometimes. But I that's also true. I ain't gonna. But sometimes you gotta.
But it's just because
it's not on purpose though. You just feel me? Cause I ask this nigga, I be in.
Bro, this nigga dumb tight. He cut somebody off that wasn't even.
The exit. It was not my exit at all. But I'm like, this nigga think I'm pussy now. Like, he just keep playing with me, so I just cut him off. Just went out the whole exit. It made our trip like 15 more minutes. But I was like, fuck that nigga. I ain't gonna lie. He was blowing my. But I ain't gonna lie. You right though. Sometimes it's better to just diffuse the situation.
I don't do it all the time, bro. But it's like, Bro, he be saying this is why he said this is exactly said because he said his pops is one of those niggas that if you honk at him, he'll come out the car.
Like I really grew up. My dad would like hop out the car, take out his knife, really try to stab someone. Like he done.
There's some niggas who
pop
just,
niggas tires and like feel me, done shit like that. So I was like, growing up seeing all of that shit, bro. I tell him like, yo, bro,
it's not worth it.
Let's say if it was my dad driving and he was to be one of them ones doing that, he will hop out on you, and then knowing you probably think like, yo, like what's up?
And then the whole it just keeps escalating.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I got a my car, bro.
Feel me? Nigga blurted out himself. Niggas
I got that.
You know what I mean? So it's like I test my luck, but I be chilling. Like I honk, bro. Like he be getting mad because sometimes I be in a rush. So as soon as the light turn green, bam.
I'm like, yo, chill, bro.
Nigga said the light just changed.
I know how it feels to be the nigga in the front.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie.
Yo, nigga, shut the fuck up.
The problem with me though, I'm both niggas. Like I'll dead ass honk you, but then I'll be in the front and then and niggas honking at me. I'm like, alright, bro, you fiending, bro. Like just dead ass change. Cause sometimes you looking down at your phone, like you feel me? And
bro, the car is just
somebody
moving,
told me
bro,
that. Some shorty told me that. Like she was like, yo, you don't gotta be honking at like people so fast and shit like that because sometimes this is how she said she was driving. She was like, oh, fucking, because I'll be on my phone. That's what she said. She was like, so I don't be honking because most of the time niggas is on their phone.
Niggas just looking down.
But I be like, nah, nigga, if you on your phone, peripherals, nigga, you could see that.
Yeah, you could see the green light. The shit changed. You feel me? You see that shit.
Nighttime too. You can see
that's
green
definitely
see
coming
that
inside
shit.
the car.
Yeah, nah,
black
for
shirt
sure.
turn green. Like
that shit, that's funny though.
That is.
Nah, yeah.
But I'm a menace behind the wheel, man. I really do the dash.
Nigga, be tired. Like
that's one of the things. I'm my fault to cut you off. I think when I get my license, that's one of my biggest fears, bro. I'm gonna be like,
nah, you think so? Because I was that as one of the last niggas out of my guys that I grew up with.
You get the L's?
To get a V. Not even the L's, because some niggas don't even have L's.
Yeah, and just be driving and shit.
But out of the last ones to like really get my V, I was just in they call shit like that because I was chilling out. I was trapping, doing other shit, not focused on getting a V.
Yeah.
These niggas was car niggas, getting cars, fixing it up, slamming it.
Like the V12 engines with the hydraulics
all
and shit.
all them
hydraulics is crazy.
All them crazy shits. So I was in they cars, seeing how they drive and shit like that. So I already knew what to do because I'm a nigga that pay attention. I like my life, so I pay attention. But that don't mean I'm not gonna tweak. You know, have a little fun.
I'm definitely going to, especially if I got the right music playing too, bro.
Oh yeah, nigga, he seen it, nigga. I was some calm shit playing, nigga. As soon as I hit one of eyes, just nigga. I sit up, nigga.
You start cutting up and shit.
Nigga. That shit pick the energy up sometimes, nigga.
Yeah, and then you got the New York niggas that be panicking. You start cutting up and they don't know how to they don't know how to act. Like you cutting up and the other niggas is panicking. That's why they be macking and shit. But yeah, driving in New York is crazy. I could talk all day just on that because I fucking hate niggas in New York.
Yo,
bro.
I hate it so much.
Oh my god, it's so annoying. And then the amount of traffic and everything, and then people just don't know how to drive, bro. Like,
like me, I feel like.
But I'm not gonna lie though. Like if you think it's bad out here, like if you go to
Dominican.
Oh yeah, I know, bro. Nigga, are you crazy? No, cause in DR, bro, if you from the towns, like if you really out there and you driving, just know like niggas is driving like they like, yo, bro.
Ain't even
in the capital.
It's in the capital is crazy. I'm not gonna lie, in the capital, I remember like every time I go there, like if you driving out there, bro, just know like niggas is driving like deep. It's like, nigga, if you panicking, that's on you, buddy. Like I'ma drive how I drive. You feel me?
After a certain amount of time, you can't. Like they tell you to stay home.
Yeah, because they just
get caught in traffic. That should be hours.
It's all over, like
hours long, bro.
Yeah, this shit is sick.
Nah,
I love the towns though. I
would think it'd be better over there than over here, though.
Why you think?
There's no rules. There's no rules. There's no speed limits. Barely.
But I feel like it's more open spaces, though. No.
Get open.
The roads be like.
There's a lot of cars.
It'd be a two-way, but the size of a block where only you could park.
It depends, especially where you driving at too. Like for me, there's not a lot of those intersections and shit in those roads. It's just like a road.
One or two main highways, like. There's traffic on both.
Everything feels local. Like it's not like you know out here they have bridges, highways. Everything feels like local streets.
There's different ways to maneuver and get to different places here. Over there, it's like
I don't even like driving over there. I'm gonna be honest. I just rather move.
I never drove out there, but I don't been in the V's and seeing and shit like that.
It's not it, bro. It's not. The only time I'll drive is only time I'm in a car type shit is like from the airport.
Being passenger makes me not want to drive. I'm like,
let me say that. Fuck that shit.
I'm good on this.
Yeah, it'd be like that. Also, so you Dominican? Or what are you?
I'm a mutt, bro.
Okay.
I'm like 4 different shits.
Like,
Puerto Rican, Dominican, Guatemala. I don't really jack the Guyanese shit because I ain't never met my father. But yeah, nigga.
But
my
it's
father, he like the black Guyanese. He not like the West Indian shit. You know, toll bastard, 6'7" type shit.
Damn.
So you just mad island in you then, bro.
Yeah, word.
But I never met my father, so it's like you
don't jack that part.
Yeah, I don't really jack that part, but I say it sometimes so people understand. Like, if you hear my government and you hear my last name,
you understand.
It's not Spanish.
That makes sense. That
I'm
makes
the same
sense.
way, bro. I'm Haitian. Everybody think I'm Dominican though.
You dad do look Dominican.
You dad do look like.
If I blow this shit, if I blow this shit out, you'll be able to tell the head.
You look like you got a nice Acura, bro. Check it out.
That's funny.
I got the shit with the little tailgate on it. I don't know what the fuck it's called.
You got no back seat, straight to
no straight, bumping Dembo and shit. Like no funny shit. All the car meets, nigga. There, he the nigga posting on his story and shit.
He's the nigga playing the music.
Yeah. Doors all open and shit. Nah, that's mad funny.
Got speakers coming out the trunk.
Yeah, people be seeing both of us and think he more Dominican before me. So
yeah.
What's your shit?
I'm Dominican.
Straight.
You look Puerto Rican.
I look Puerto Rican.
I told him the same shit.
Or Dominican mixed with Italian.
Yeah, nah, I'm Dominican. I think there's some Italian in my family, in my bloodline, just because of my last name. Like it's
you probably is.
It probably really is. Yeah, my last name dumb Italian. Like it's mad weird. Like you feel me? And
I'm not gonna lie. There's certain like because my grandfather is fully Dominican too, but he white as well, and it's because of that. I think he got like
some Italian,
Irish. Everybody probably got a little more something.
Yeah, of course.
More than what this is. Just saying that, just of how like,
that's what you know. And shit.
Go like grandfather, grandmother, mother type shit.
Yeah, everybody got like obviously way more than we only know. We only could know a couple generations in the past and shit like that. Yeah, for sure. But I bet. So I wanted to ask y'all too. When it comes to the music and shit like that. So I know y'all kind of touched on it because you said you're obviously doing the drill thing. For because it's what's kind of like the sound right now, you know what I'm saying? But what, like, if you don't mind me asking, like, what's the plan, like? Because I know you because I personally spoke to you. I know you don't want to be seen and stay in one lane and shit like that. But like, where does the transition come? Like, how does that come? Like, how do you manage that transition?
All right, so like,
and what do you transition to? Where does it go?
I feel like we don't have anything like a certain lane to transition to. I feel like when the time comes and we start doing like different stuff, is endless amount of R&B,
possibilities and shit.
Pain music, trap music. Like we could do it all. We have songs in the stash or whatever the case is. But the reason why I started off with drill is more of like the business and marketing strategies behind it. Is like that's what people want to hear right now. But then also, like, people fail to realize that, like, music in general takes a lot of investments.
It does.
For sure. 100%. I think people be downplaying that.
And then also, another thing is that people, like, I'm a realistic ass, like, nigga. Like, I'm not one of those niggas where, like, oh, yeah, I'm on my music, shit, blah, blah, and then I'm here just posting audio and no videos.
Posting trillers, you got no video.
Posting a video every 3 months.
You know, those artists, there's artists that post trillers all day. Like,
or post a video every 3 to 4 months. Like,
still niggas that still drop
music is millions of people doing the same dream, bro. And it's like, if you really want to be an artist or want to make it mainstream or whatever your goals is when it comes to music, you got to outwork majority of the people doing this. So I feel like when it comes to drill, let's say, for example, videos or whatever the case is, or just writing to a drill beat, it's more easier and quicker. I feel like when it comes to videos, you don't really gotta put too much thought into it, you know? Yeah. So I feel like that's
those like, running gun type of vibes.
Yeah,
and
so
shit.
You could get a fire cameraman or whatever the case is, and then shoot a video outside, bring all your niggas, and now you have a fire music video. I feel like when it comes to other genres like pain music,
you gotta put in more like effort and time.
It's really planning. Like, and I'm a person that I really get deep into like whatever like I'm a drop. Like, I really think shit through. So it's like, I don't want to just do bullshit videos. I don't want to pay no wag cameraman. I don't want to do nothing simple. I want to stand out.
Yeah, you want to like, you want to like, make it, like you said, stand out. The quality got to be there. You get what I'm saying?
So like, I feel like, drill music is just the easier way to go.
It's a good, like,
crazy. I've never thought about it that way too, bro.
Like a good like way to enter, like, you know what I'm saying?
The way to do it, because like, I'm not gonna lie, we spend a lot of money with everything we're doing right now, but
I mean,
we're doing so much different things. Like, we're dropping so much music. We're dropping videos every 2 weeks. Like, we're really putting our all into this. So it's like, yeah, I want to do this for as far as we can, grow the fan base, whatever the case is. And let's say, just like thinking down the line, whenever we get a deal, let's say we get signed or whatever the case is, now we have a label behind us, funding us. When we have a label behind us, I feel like that would be the perfect time to really expand into other things now, because now
you got the funding.
We're now, we got the funding now. You know, we talk to the label.
You got the reach as well.
Now, we give them this like
true that
broadens your style of
audience.
Music. We tell them the vision behind it. We tell them all of that. They'll do all of that for us. Now, you know, we chilling, we laid back, and we actually have a real like movie, like, you know, a real music video. We have promo behind it. We have all of that behind it.
Yeah,
and that's what I feel.
Yeah. That's why. Yeah, it is. I like how your mind works. You feel me? You always, you know what I mean?
Too, a lot of people think all these wonderful ideas and whatever the case is, and they be great ideas, but they be so quick to do these ideas. But it's like, realistically, we're not in the position where like we drop something and we're like, all right, this is what's gonna take us out the hood. Realistically, this is not what's gonna take us out the hood. Yeah, maybe if we had the clout or whatever the case is, it would do what we think it's gonna do, but we're not in that position, unfortunately. So why waste these great ideas now, where you can just hold it, put them in the stash, and now when you're in a position where like now it's gonna get the recognition it deserves,
then put those great ideas.
Those ideas, you get?
Yeah,
You know
I see where you're coming from, but I remember when we were kind of having like, I don't want to say a debate, but we were kind of having a little conversation about this, when we was with Dan and shit in the studio. I see what you're saying, and it makes sense, but I also don't think there's one path. You know what I'm saying?
No, of course.
Because I also feel like, in the sense that the great ideas, if you're really true, like, it's the same thing with y'all. Like, you when you have like a gift, like a talent for this, the great ideas never stop. You know what I'm trying to say? So I don't feel like any great idea is a wasted idea. You know what I mean? Because it might not be the one to take you out, but when you got the one that takes you out and they go back, they be like, damn, this nigga been on some shit. You know what I'm saying? So they'll go back and see your discography and see your catalog and be like, damn, these niggas been on that type of time. And like, they been kind of like, feel me? You could see the growth, obviously, but you could see that where their brain was always at. You know what I'm saying? You see that they always had that like talent, that like those ideas, you know what I mean? And then it expands even more. You get an even deeper fan base. Like, once you get that group of people that are willing to be like, let me check this nigga out. Like, let me really go into his like music and check out all his ideas and everything. Then I feel like that's when people really get behind you. They're like, oh, he been doing this. He been talented. Like, now I'm excited to see where he's gonna go now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I don't think there's one path at all. I'm not saying that obviously to put down anything you said, because I agree with you. Like, the drill thing and everything, it's a great way to get yourself in there. And then even the label thing you just said and everything, I feel like that was one of the better ideas I've heard, you know what I'm saying? Especially coming from a group of a collective and all of that, right? I only say that to say people are like, when people hear someone say something like you said, they'll kind of be like, oh damn, like, you know, they'll get a little
they didn't think that far ahead.
You know what I mean? They didn't think that far ahead, so they'll get a little discouraged, like, oh, I didn't know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but there's no right or wrong path. It's just that you just gotta move right and you gotta move smart. You know what I'm saying? You gotta your moves have to make sense.
When I started, like, when I got into music or whatever the case is, I've been around music like my whole life. Sort of. My older brother, he a rapper, so I used to be in the studio with him. In the studio I go to now, like, I've been locked in with all of them way before I even got into music. I was playing sports, still in the studio on my free time, just there smoking, listening to music.
Because bro, just that environment is a, like, when you're around good people and talented people, it's a good ass environment, bro.
Yeah, I always been around very talented people, so it's like it kind of grew on me. Where like, damn, I want to do something with music, but I was one of them niggas who was like, I know I can't be a rapper. Like, gotta be. People be like, yo, don't cut yourself short, just try. A lot of people, but it's like, I'm that realistic nigga where it's like, the chance. What are the chances?
Yo. I agree with you. A lot of people should think like that though. Like, a lot of niggas get in the studio. It's like,
not everybody.
And it's like I've tried once.
Yeah,
I've wrote something.
So did he.
I've tried multiple times.
My son got a few songs.
I actually got good feedback as far as in like what I wrote.
Yeah,
like I really. Like,
you didn't record nothing though.
I did, but that was the song. Like, nah, feel me? And then another thing too, I don't know. I commend y'all, the people that freestyle and write. Like, yo, I'm not gonna lie. I wrote a song and I was high on it. I feel like it was a very good song. I spoke about, like, you know, stuff I actually went through, and it took me like like a week or two
Do I
to
be
finish
telling you,
that
nigga?
song, and it's like, damn, bro, like it took me 2 weeks to do this. Like I commend the niggas like him, bro. He be in the studio, he hear a beat, he'll finish his verse in like 10 minutes, 5 minutes, bro. If you
Bro,
ready,
ask this
like,
nigga, I'll freestyle a whole
bro,
song in
how?
front of this nigga.
Yeah,
Like,
I
see,
swear on my
bro.
mother, bro. You pay a beat, bro.
He really tells stories too, bro. It's not like he just that like
it's not like you just
bro.
chatting. You really
A bunch
saying
of-
shit that
you
makes
know,
sense
like,
and
he
shit.
really be,
Yeah.
you know, saying real shit, bro.
Like
So I
niggas,
commend
like
him.
I don't know. It's so weird because like it's crazy how different people's brains work. You know what I'm saying? Like it's wild because like I never found it like I never thought about doing music growing up. You know, I always been around music just in like the sense like my father used to do music like a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? But just his music range, like what he listened to, was really wide. So I was listening to a lot of different music. You know, he grew up in Dominican Republic, but he listened to everything. So
Yeah.
I was just soaking up all that, like all the music, all the pause. That sounded crazy, but all the music, all the different cultures and shit. You feel me? And then I got used to that shit. And then it's like I didn't ever think about doing music, but when I did, you know, everybody niggas get a couple spliffs in the air, start smoking, like yo, play a beat. You know, everybody think they little baby and shit when they got weed in
Like
their
they in the
system.
studio
you know
and
what
shit, that the little
That-
baby freestyle shit.
You know what I'm saying? But then I'm like, when I was doing it, like I was making whole songs. I'm talking about like hooks and all of that shit. And people was like, yo, like you actually like you do it. But I'm thinking like nigga chatting, like what you
This
talking
is
about?
regular,
Like,
like,
like
this
what the
ain't
fuck?
no-
Like,
Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie, that'd be regular. Like the other day we was in the studio, me and YG, both like we
Just
freestyling. But,
freestyling.
like, when he's freestyling, I'm throwing out words.
Mhm.
I'm freestyling, he's throwing out words. Like that's how niggas is like, you know.
it's cool being around people like that because I wasn't around people like that like for a long time. Like it didn't process the same way. You get what I'm saying? Like the
me
music
neither,
shit.
actually, like it's crazy because like how what I was saying earlier, like music really got me out of a dark place. Because when I was, you know, I used to play sports. I ended up getting into a car accident. I tore my ACL or whatever.
Oh damn, yo, my fault. Cause I was making that ACL joke.
That's why I was
Damn.
Nah,
Yo, my
like,
fault.
damn.
Nah, I was just talking about this nigga.
I talk about shit too.
Nah, but it wasn't even
Yeah.
sports related. Why that?
His knee, nigga.
His
His
knee?
knee crazy. The ACL shit ain't nothing to fuck with.
Yeah, it was a car accident that happened, whatever the cases. But that's what I got into a car accident, whatever the case is. I gained a lot of weight, and then I kind of like just fell out of the sport. Like to get back into that mode,
It was tough.
Yeah, it was tough. And then shortly after, my brother passed away. So then, you know, I got into like a very dark hole. I was depressed, went through depression or whatever the case is. I literally went MIA for like 2 years. I just been in the crib. You know, I was just to myself.
Just doing this.
You know,
trying to re-up,
the
get
people I was around too was negative. You know, there wasn't
Yo.
really putting me up. They was actually putting me down. So, you know,
You realize when you're going through some dark shit, like you realize how
it takes
who
losing a loved one to really see.
show you like the people
Yeah.
around you, like they might not be the right group.
Yo, like
you know
I
what I'm saying?
literally, it's like I turned on a switch because like before all of that, like yeah, I used to hoop or whatever the case is, but like I was never that school kid. I used to like the ball team I was in used to have to show you a report card or whatever the case is. I used to like go MIA when it was time to give you a report card, like not go to practice for like 2 weeks and then come out of nowhere like nothing ever happened.
Like just come to practice,
But
like
that's
whatever.
my way into playing. You know, like I was never that school kid. I ended up dropping out. Or whatever the case
Of high school?
is. Yeah, I used to trap or whatever the case is. I was a nigga, you know, always out in the streets or whatever the case is. And then I ended up going through that like traumatic experience, went through depression or whatever the case is, and then separating myself from that group of friends and people that was putting me down or whatever. I ended up just, clicking a switch. I ended up, getting my GD or whatever the case is, and then I really started thinking about my life. Like I was like, what do I want to do? Like I'm in a bad position right now. Like
How could I change?
I don't
turn
want to
this
just
around?
be nobody, Like I don't want to depend on nobody, depend on my parents or whatever the case is. I was like, what do I want to do for myself? And then my brother used to do music, and then I was always that person where like I used to try to tell my brother like, yo, you should do this, you should do that. Like I used to be very well into music. I feel like if I was ever an artist, I feel like I have a high. It's kind of like biased, but I feel like I'll have a high chance of actually making it just because of the way I think and my work ethic. Every time
Work
I put my
ethic is
head-
important too.
Every time I put my head into something, I always go all out. Always go all out. I have a big work ethic with whatever I do. So that's kind of what got me into managing, whatever the case is. But before I even got into managing, I was like, yo, I want to do something like with this music shit, but I don't want to just take the route everybody does. I don't want to be no artist or that. But I do want to do something within this music.
Music
and then
related.
my options was like engineering, cameraman,
like production side,
behind
like
the scenes type of thing.
Yeah, but then for those things, that path, it was like a lot of learning. Like I really had to like really sit back and like and like I already I already been through like my like I wanted to start something now. Yeah, so I was thinking, I'm just like the studio I go to, my engineer Chris, he's a engineer, he an artist, he produced beats, he's an executive producer, he does all of that. So I've seen him done his own projects where he'll bring people together, make beats or whatever the case is, and put songs together. And I'm like, you know what, that's OD wavy. Kind of like what DJ Khaled does.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, you know what, I want to do something like that because ever since I was young, I knew a lot of people that do music. Like, I know a lot of people that do all different types of music. So it was during the pandemic, a bunch of free time in our hands or whatever the case. I'm like, you know what, I want to do an album. I want to like produce
put
an
everybody
album,
together.
put everything together. That's when I got the whole like emphasize on Queens, you know, bring all these people from Queens. Because he already knew
mad people.
Yeah,
like
so
there's mad different people that he knew.
Like if you was to tune into my album, like you probably will hear like 2 drill tracks. It was heavy on the pain music, heavy on the dance hall, heavy like trap music, mad different shit. And I dropped that or whatever the case is, and it went crazy. I was actually surprised how all the support I got. It featured like 20 different artists from Queens, and then a few from Brooklyn, but majority from Queens. And then I got great feedback from it. But then after that, I'm like, all right, what do I do now? So putting that whole project together was a headache too, bro. 20 different artists, you gotta work with everybody's time, all of that. So now I'm like, all right, this took a toll on me. Like after I dropped that, I was fake going through. I was so stressed out. My head was going crazy. So I ended up taking a trip to Dominican Republic. I stayed out there.
Best
for like
way to clear your head.
Stayed out there for like 6 months, just plotting on like what am I gonna do next? And then throughout the midst of that, I seen all these artists coming up off drill. This was like when K-Flock started gaining buzz and all of that. And then I took notes from all these artists, like what made them really stand out, what they did differently, other than dissing. I felt like that was the corniest thing. But other than that, like if you peep, they all did something similar that got them to where they at. So then that's what made me think like, all right, I want to take this drill route. I want to explore it, but make it my own way. And then I'm like, all right, I'm not going to do it like I did it before with the 20 different artists because that was a pain. So I was like, what artists could I like work with, like a handful, whatever the case is. And then that's when I first tapped into PM and Zay because they were featured in my on your album. But they stood out to me. I felt like those were 2 people that, they were taking their music seriously. They had potential as well. I know if I could put in my 2 cents and they were like,
jacking it.
Yeah, jacking it, then I feel like they'll go a long way. Then it was us 3 that locked in. And then shortly after that, I locked in with YG. And then I locked in with him a few months after that. And then after that, we just been working ever since, doing different. What I try to tell them, like I ended up started managing whatever the case is, but what I be trying to tell them is what I would do.
Yeah.
If I was an artist, what would I do? So it's like I know I'm not no artist or whatever the case. So I tell them everything, like my 2 cents and everything. They trust me. They see the vision.
Yeah, because majority of us, like me personally, like I'm speaking for myself. Like I'll have a song written and I'll spit it to him. Like, yo, you fucking with how we going, the structure, the shit like that. Even in the stool, like yeah, I'll fuck with my music and shit like that. But I'll make sure that I'm getting good feedback from everyone because he'll give me input and have me think about shit differently. And I'm not one of those niggas that I could take constructive criticism.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I mean? And that's a good thing about majority of us. Like majority of us
could take the
if niggas is saying something, we know they're saying it for a reason.
But you also need the right people saying it because I forgot who I was talking to about it, but
it all depends.
If you have the wrong people in your ear, they'll tell you. You'll take it as constructive criticism, but a nigga really just have ill intent towards you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he might put you off your path, but it's not like he's trying to give you advice. He's kind of trying to throw you off. You get what I'm saying? Because some people just genuinely, I don't know what it is. It could be like they see you doing what you're doing, and it kind of makes them a little envious because they're like, damn, I want to do something even if it's not what you're doing. They like, damn, look at it. I'm looking at this nigga chasing his goals, and I'm too scared to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm too scared to do mine. So they'll throw you off. You know what I'm saying? So they'll really be in your ear saying some shit, and if you take the wrong advice, it'll steer you in the wrong direction. You know what I'm saying?
That happens a lot with music. I feel like a lot of people, they be like, damn, why him and not me? And a lot of the times,
a lot of jealousy.
A lot of the time, not even that. I feel like all the artists in general, it does. Luck comes into it.
Sometimes it does.
Clout
it
and
does.
whatever the case is, but
connections.
But
you know,
if you want to be somewhere, you got to put in 100% of the work.
Even more than that, bro.
And then not compare. Yeah, facts. Even more than that, and not compare yourself to others. Just focus on yourself.
On your journey and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the most important part for sure. And Swifty, I know we was talking right before the cameras was rolling and shit, and you was talking about how you don't got a plan B. Yeah, so when me and him like linked up, I told him that I don't got a plan B. Like this is me. I give and he could definitely tell you I give like 150% on whatever I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like once we said we gonna start this, I'm like bet like go crazy on it. You know what I'm saying? I go serious on anything I'm doing. The music shit, I take that shit super serious. And it took a minute for me to get there only because it wasn't because I didn't want to. It's because I doubted myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, damn, I don't know if it wasn't
You're
even.
your own worst enemy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why you can't let, like, you need the right people around you so they could give you the criticism, but then you can't have the bad people bring you down because then if your mindset fuck, you're going to fuck yourself over. You know what I'm saying?
That used to happen to me a lot too because when I did my album, that kind of happened to me.
Yeah,
like,
and it's hard because, I mean, if you bring in so much people in, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then that's when I ended up locking in with these people. And I feel like for the first time ever, I get a lot of love when it comes with them. Like, Kev especially, like, there'll be times where I'll be like, damn, like, I fake be losing, like, hope or, like, you know? Like,
and he'll you know what I'm saying?
And he'll be telling me, like, nah, you bugging, bro. Like, you really, like, bro, I see the vision, whatever the case is, you doing your thing. Like, you're a big reason behind everything that's going on. And then, just hearing those words, you're like, I bet, like,
kind of
like,
get you back on.
Yeah, I bet. It gives you that extra push and motivation, like, that refuel now where you're like, I bet, like, you know what, because you're right.
It feel good when you know that the people that you with and you working with have faith in you.
For sure. 100%.
I'm not like, too. Another thing with me, too, is, like, it's not even just my dreams now, like, they trust me with their dreams, bro. So it's like I 100%. Feel like I can't let these niggas down, bro. Like, I can let myself down or whatever case if I'm not feeling it, whatever case is. But it be times where I be like, damn, I don't even want to do this no more, bro. I want to stop. And I feel like if it wasn't for them,
you probably would have.
I probably would have. But I'm just like, I'd be like, nah, like my character won't let me.
And that's what I say to him, bro. Like I said, I stopped with the music. Like I ain't stopped writing and like making it, but I wasn't paying for sessions.
He wasn't recording. He wasn't.
Doing none of that.
Like we really pick each other up. Like there's been times where he'll be like, "Yo, fuck this shit, bro." Like
he'll
go through some personal shit that's not even music related, where he just like, "Yo, fuck this shit, blah blah, whatever. I'm done with all of this shit. Yeah, and I just be like, "Bro, you bugging, bro." Like, nigga, I'm gonna hit you tomorrow. We locking in the stew, bro. Like, feel me? Like,
bro, that's the people you need around you. That's why I think I benefited like more. I think I benefited most in out of us two from us like teaming up, you know what I'm saying? Because
I was about to say something along the same lines, bro.
Because like when we linked up, it was like I said, like 9 times out of 10 when you fucking you like yo fuck this shit, da da da. It's some personal shit that throws you off. It's not even like the music itself. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you might get frustrated with it, maybe because of results or whatever the case may be.
Writer's block is real shit.
Yeah, that's some real shit too. Like, but 9 times out of 10 is whatever you're going through outside of the creative life that like you like yo fuck this shit, like you know what I'm saying, because you just frustrated with life in general and then you go off. So I was kind of like that before we started this. Like I met this nigga January 2021, you know what I'm saying, like 2022 chatting. So and I had just gotten back on my music shit and I learned how to record and mix myself, you know what I'm saying? So I was taking music way more serious. So when I dropped like a little EP, my first shit ever, I'm like, yo, I was just looking for people to work with and I didn't have no connections. I didn't have no cameraman. I knew niggas making music like Kev and shit, but it's like I told Kev, like I known Kev since the Sandbox, but I never wanted him to feel like I was showing love for it back, you know what I mean? So I showed him love, but I really wasn't even telling niggas I was making music like that, you know what I'm saying? Like obviously I was promoting it.
There's a time and place for it.
There's a time and place. Like I didn't want to make it seem like I'm showing you love, like yo, you feel me? Like I never wanted to do that because before Kevin made music, he was already like he knew a lot of people. I knew a lot of people, but I'm not a friendly nigga. But Kev was like always in the parties, always with everybody. So he kind of had, I don't want to say an audience, but he had people jacking him. Before he even started the music, then he converted it to like an audience or whatever. So I was looking for people to work with. I found him, and we made our first video that off the strength of just that first link up. I'm like, damn, this is a genuine ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to be the nigga like I don't trust you until you prove it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not just gonna come off rip and be like, oh, this is a good ass dude. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta see some. You know what I mean? So and I'm real big off energies and shit. So off that first link, I'm like, yo, this is a good, like he's a cool ass nigga. Then we did our second video, and then nigga hit me up like, yo, bro, I'm going to Florida for my birthday. Let's lock in, like pull up. Let's just film videos, let's do whatever. I'm like, bet. So after that trip, I think that's when we really like started like.
Yeah, that's when we locked in.
Started locking in and shit, bro. And
it was the same way for
the other way around.
Yeah, because you know, as a videographer, you gonna link up with somebody, do the video. Of course, you can be like, the video. I mean, the song is hard, yada yada. But I was genuinely fucking with his music and shit like that. Yeah. And then it just after that second video,
just started clicking.
Yeah, the nigga, bro. I never had nobody like especially a nigga I didn't know. There was niggas I grew up with that weren't like jacking me like that. This nigga I just met, he like, I remember I had asked him, I don't know if you remember this conversation. I was like, yo, bro, how much would it be if I just like, if I gave you like bread at the beginning of the month, right? And then we just go crazy, like make you like my main videographer, whatever. He like, yo, bro, honestly, like we had a long ass conversation. He like, I believe in you so much, like don't worry about the bread. Like it's not about the bread to me, you know what I'm saying? So like, it's like a nigga you don't know, right? I just met this nigga and you know, at the end of the day, it's a business, but he took that risk. Like he like, yo, don't even worry about the money. Like let's just lock in on some like partner and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're very similar when it comes to that because my album, like, I spent, bro, damn near, bro, I can't even tell you an exact number, bro, but throughout everything, bro, I spent like 5 bands.
You had to. Yeah, 20 artists, bro?
Bands and not
that's mixing 20 people's different voices.
That was all out of my pocket, bro. And
I mean, when you believe in something, it's like...
Yeah, bro, and it's like I always felt like people be having the potential, they just don't go about it the right way. Or they don't have, like, they don't really strategize, like, a game plan for it. Like, a lot of artists go just, you know, drop and don't know what they're going to drop next, and then wait a few weeks, make a song. And
they're just doing it without an actual blueprint. Yeah.
Like, I'm not like, we have a game plan for damn near, I think, like, the first half of the year, like...
I mean, I think I seen you post that shit.
We already got,
we already
got our jobs for the next like 3-4 months. Videos, songs, projects.
Mad different shit.
Yeah, like we're already trying to think of what we're gonna do after the fact. Like, and I feel like we're very similar when it comes to that because they asked me to manage them. Well, first it was my artist YG. He was like, "Damn, bro, everything you're doing for me, bro, you damn might as well be my manager." And I put thought into it. I'm just like, you know what, like.
Right.
Fuck it. Like, and I feel like when it comes to management too, it comes with like contracts. Like people was telling me like, yo, like, do you got them on paperwork, blah blah. Like, you know, they could end up like if they get signed, they could just run off on you. Like they don't owe you nothing. You know, like there's nothing's documented.
Contractually, like,
you know? And they were just telling me like, you know, that'll be the smart thing to do. And I'm just like, nah, like.
You'll move like that.
Yeah, like I ain't trying to move like that. I ain't trying to make it seem like I'm trying to benefit off anyone. Like I'm doing the shot of love.
Off the love.
And then, like, I know these niggas gonna hold it down.
Yeah, that's the best type of relationships,
like,
bro.
Facts.
Because then you know it'll be reciprocated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I say you need genuine people around you. You know what I mean? But all right, before we get out of here and shit, I just want to
before we
okay, go ahead.
Just what's so with all that coming, what can people expect next from QTO?
I was about to say that.
Oh, my fault.
You got it. Great minds, great minds.
Nah, but yeah. What's going on next?
Because I know you touched on it, but and I know you probably don't even want to say exactly like too much
into it.
But you know what I'm saying?
We just gonna put it like this: it's a lot of just fuego, nigga.
Yeah,
Hot
yeah.
I could tell you a little bit. Like this year, we're gonna drop crazy. Like probably like all the stuff we're gonna drop throughout this whole year. Probably might be like a regular artist. 3-4 years worth of work. Like we're really about to drop. We're trying to drop like every 2 weeks, drop something. So, you know, we started the year off dropping already 2 videos. We're gonna keep dropping a few more videos, whatever the case is. We're gonna end up dropping a tape with all
that
of us. A group tape. It's gonna have a good amount.
I'm gonna just throw this in it since there's so many of us, right? Yeah, we got the tape of all of us together, but we all doing separate tapes.
Individual shit.
Not even solo shit. Like separation, like there's like 8 to 10 of us type shit. So niggas probably like, gonna do 2-man EP, 2-man EP, 2-man EP, separation like that, and it's just so.
There's a lot of ideas in the air.
There's so much
that
different
we're trying
shit
to work
that niggas could put
right
together.
now we're trying to emphasize the whole team thing. We're trying to emphasize on that, try to get all of our fan bases, you know, in tune with each other. Because at the end of the day, we're not all from the same hood. We all come from different
things. Yeah, that's the best part too.
Trying to get everybody's fan bases into one
together. Yeah,
and then you know
start doing the individual shit.
Crazy.
Yeah, I do want to give y'all flowers before we get out of here and shit. Y'all been going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, before I started the thing, like I said, I don't really like fuck with a lot of niggas, but all y'all niggas have been like super genuine to us, you know what I'm saying? Showed love just off the strength, you know what I mean?
I'm heavy on that.
Cool as fuck, cool people, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. I appreciate y'all for coming through. You know, you've been wanting to come through, you know what I'm saying? So, of course, you know that, bro. So it's like podcast and interview and shit. Nah,
I had an interview like with Talk of the Town shit, but that was just because I won the competition.
It
was asking me like regular shit. They had me.
It was more of an interview, not like conversation.
A conversation.
This is actually something I actually wanted to start doing a lot too, because since we're doing the whole drill thing, or drill route or whatever the case is, I don't want people to
just see after that
or assume something. We're trying to be someone we not.
We kind of want to show the personalities behind it.
You know? I'm not gonna lie, me personally, I'm a nigga, bro.
There's an agenda behind all of this.
This podcast shit, bro, like with more like deep in conversations, bro. I swear to God, niggas will have the most dumbest, funniest podcast.
Stupidest, trust me, bro. This is not. I ain't gonna lie. This is definitely not our last time. Like,
especially if niggas was bunning, nigga. I swear thoughts would have been going crazy.
Don't worry, bro. We once we move locations, we plan on having everybody back and shit like that. So
part twos and
you know what I'm saying, part twos and just too, and not only that, because we also got a lot of shit in the tuck and in store and a lot of ideas coming up this year. And obviously, we would love for y'all to be a part of all of that. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, I just got to give y'all flowers. Y'all genuine ass niggas. Y'all showed mad love, and y'all showed mad love, and we didn't really even do nothing like
crazy. Yeah.
We ain't even collaborate like that. You know what I mean? It's literally just off the strength. So I appreciate y'all and shit. We definitely got to tap in. You know what I'm saying? I might need some shit with you, Swifty.
Yeah, definitely need some shit.
Sure, you know what I'm saying? Switch it up and all of that. But
I'm valid to hop on one.
Nigga, I'm with it.
Of course, yeah. Nah, that's you and Swifty, gang. I ain't gonna lie. I got
so much songs in my phone, bro.
1,500 a feature.
1,500 nigga say yeah.
That's crazy. I got so much songs in my phone, nigga, with niggas that I swear that shit would never reached the surface, nigga. Like, and it's not even on my end.
That shit not even go get downloaded.
It's not even on my end, but this is like niggas who look at me like, yo, gang, like, what's this?
Why? What?
I'm like, yo, bro, it's just like,
nigga paid you or something?
Like, that's the thing. Like, I don't care if he end up dropping it.
Fuck it, yeah. Mm-hmm. Nah, if you did your part, if you went crazy, you good.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, but shit on my end will never reach the surface.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Like, if I'm not putting that on my project, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm not putting that ever. You good, gang? But nah,
I don't even know if I have that shit.
Yeah, nigga said nah. I think he said, damn, the file got corrupted. You know I be hearing people with the file got corrupted, gang. I ain't gonna lie, but it is what it is, man. Yo, we appreciate y'all for coming through. It's been another episode of Building Blocks. All of our audio platform people, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon. Tidal, all of that shit. Tidal, I don't even know where else we're on, but y'all be showing the most love. We fuck with y'all YouTube niggas. Instagram Reels, TikToks, all y'all niggas, y'all showing mad love. We've been going up recently. We appreciate y'all. It's been Swifty JaayV, the Building Blocks duo.
SP 102 Building Blocks.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I like that. QTO and Building Blocks shit. You heard?
Watch when QTO start taking over shit, man.
Shit about to be a scary ass shit,
man.
Look at the timestamp. We've been here on this shit.
We've been doing our shit, you feel me?
What's today? For me, 2/3/2023.
Yeah, I was like, yo, you gonna say the date?
Nah. 2/3/2023. You heard? Just watch.
Yes, sir, man.
A lot of niggas coming along, man. Appreciate y'all.
I appreciate y'all boys, man.
When I'm in my feelings, all I feel is rage, blowing out smoke, thinking that it's sage. Lost too much brothers living through the gang. If I lose another break, he take this pain. So how can I ever not just feel the same? Look, don't know what to do. I almost went insane.